Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Awesome. So today we're heading over to Pakistan. We're going to be looking at this really cool school, rehanschool.net, and the guy behind it, Sir Rehan Alawala.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story.
It is. I was reading through some articles about him and this school, and it seems like he's really trying to shake things up in the education world, especially when it comes to kids dealing with poverty.
It's definitely an ambitious undertaking,
Yeah.
trying to make education accessible and using it as a way to combat poverty.
Right. And he's not just talking about it, he's actually
Oh.
doing it. Building schools, creating an online academy, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And get this, it's all designed for what he calls the post-internet and AI era.
That's a pretty catchy term, right?
It is. It makes you wonder, what does that even mean for education?
Well, think about it this way. Traditional schools, they're kind of struggling to keep up with all the tech advancements, AI, the internet, all that. Rehandschool.net is trying to be different, to prepare students for this new reality.
So it's not just about, throwing a computer lab in a school and calling it a day.
Nope, not at all. They're integrating tech into everything. Like, they have this AI platform called LearnSphere.
LearnSphere. Okay,
Yeah.
what's that all about?
It basically personalizes the learning experience, figures out each student's strengths and weaknesses, and then tailors the lessons to them.
Whoa, that's kind of super futuristic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like having a personalized AI tutor for every student.
That's insane. So, okay, back to the whole post-internet and AI era thing. What exactly does that look like in the classroom?
Well, I think Sarihan sees it as a world where technology isn't just a tool, it's woven into every part of our lives.
Mhm.
And for education, that means shifting away from just memorizing facts.
Yeah, because let's be real, you can Google pretty much anything these days.
Exactly. It's about teaching kids how to think critically, how to solve problems, and how to navigate this digital world we live in.
Makes sense. So how does rehandschool.net actually do all this? What's their secret sauce?
Well, they have these campuses all over Pakistan, Karangi, Munawar, Kanawal, these places. But they also have this online academy that's reaching kids all over the country.
Oh, well, so they're not limited by location.
No. And get this, thousands of kids are already enrolled.
That's amazing. But are they actually, seeing results? Is it all just hype?
Well, from what I've read, they're big on this idea of applying knowledge in real world situations. Like they have a program where students use AI to analyze farming data.
So not just learning about AI in theory, but actually using it.
Exactly. And they're using it to come up with the solutions to improve crop yields, which is huge in a country like Pakistan.
That's so cool. It's like learning with a purpose.
It is. And it all ties back to Sarihan's mission of using education to break the cycle of poverty.
Makes you wonder, though, starting a school from scratch and a completely different kind of school at that, it couldn't have been easy.
Oh, I'm sure there were tons of challenges. Getting parents on board, convincing teachers to adopt new methods. It's a huge shift.
But it seems like he's managed to pull it off. And from what I've gathered, he's not stopping there. He wants to take this model global.
That's a pretty bold vision, right?
It is. But it raises some questions, too, can this type of education work in different cultures? How do you ensure quality across the board if it gets that big?
Yeah, those are all valid points. It's definitely a lot to consider. But hey, you got to admire the ambition, right?
Oh, absolutely. So let's recap for a sec. We've got rehandschool.net, this innovative school in Pakistan, shaking things up in the education world. They're preparing students for the future, not just by teaching tech skills, but by teaching them how to be critical thinkers and problem solvers. And they're using technology in a way that directly benefits their communities. Pretty impressive stuff.
It really is.
But here's something I was thinking about while reading all this. If you could design a school for the future, for this post-internet and AI era, what would be your top priority? What would you make sure every kid walked away knowing? It's something to think about because who knows, maybe you'll be the next Sarihan Alawala, changing the world through education.
I like that.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive today. It's been a fascinating conversation. And to all our listeners out there, keep those brains buzzing, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See,